Hey, this is Ugly Sam and welcome to 20 Minutes Underground.
Welcome to 20 Minutes Underground, your weekly online YouTube reptile show for reptile enthusiasts. Hey, Alex.
How's it going, YouTube?
That's why it's here. This week's show is on local Florida stuff. When I was a young boy growing up in the streets of New York, we had this little area right by my house that was like this little one sliced area that couldn't be 3 acres big. It might even be smaller than that. I don't remember. I was a little boy at the time. And we used to go in there and we used to catch these DK snakes. And we thought DK snakes were the coolest things in the world. They were this big, they were skinny as a pencil lead, not even my finger. And that's how I got the hunger for snakes. And then one of my neighbors brought home a boa constrictor once. They were $19.99 in the stores. And then he also got a I remember an eastern milk snake from upstate New York, driving 2.5, 3 hours up in the mountains, and that's where I fell in love. Because I fell in love with snakes. When I moved down to Florida about 20 plus years ago, and I could hunt anytime, all year, and I could catch corn snakes, and there was lizards running around. I'm telling you. You talk about a kid in a candy store. For some of y'all that live up north or in other countries that are watching this show, and you look at those animals and you go, oh my God, look at that animal. That's how it was that's how it still is. When you guys see some of the animals today that we're gonna show you, I think it'll be cool. I think it's gonna be really excited about it. I know I always am. I love these things, man. They are so cool. And for you guys that keep saying that all I care about is the money, okay, the first time I get down to Florida, I'm a kid, I can't be 11 years old. And I go outside my grandfather's house. He lived in this area called Margate out west here. And running along the bushes are these things that I had no idea what they were. Come to find out later, it was called an anole. You guys that know what an anole is. And they're sitting there bobbing their head, and they got this thing called a dewlap. Look at that red old dewlap. Don't bite me. You see that red dewlap? Now, you see it? Now the cool thing is, what we used to do is just take them and stick them on our ear, walk around with earrings and all that stuff. I don't know if you guys ever did that. These things come in the biggest varieties you ever seen. Some of them, now there's a little female. That's the male with the big dewlap, and this is a female. Now it's so dull colored now because it's inside, but when they're outside and they're in the sun, some of them have these red splotches down the back. Some of them have these double rows. Even the female's got a little dewlap. Usually it's a little peach dewlap or gray. Yeah, it's got a little red dewlap this time of the year. See that? Anoles. First lizard anybody in Florida sees when they get it. Now these are the brown ones. These come from the Bahamas. Now 50 years ago there were none of these in Florida. They didn't exist in Florida. They came from the Bahamas on boats and ships and stuff. Some people think they also came naturally. Let me show you what they had in Florida. Used to be. These things here were everywhere once upon a time. This was called a green anole. Some people used to call them American chameleons. Now they also, this is a little female, so she don't have a dewlap. Man, I should get a male and show you guys, you love it. But look at that cool thing. And she changed color all the way from a dark brown to a light green. She must have had her tail kinked or something. Look at that. They grow. Some of them you see they have 2 tails because they got a cut in it. Running up and down the trees everywhere. Now the problem is that the browns are so much stronger and more sturdy that they literally have chased the greens all out of Florida. Vast majority of Florida, all you have is the brown anoles now. There's still some pockets up in northern Florida, and especially if you go into Louisiana, Mississippi, they still got them by the millions up there. But they used to call them American chameleons. That's called a green anole. First animal you ever see in Florida. Coolest things in the world. Thrive in captivity, do great, come in a myriad variety of colors. and they're cheap as all get out. I don't care who you are, you could afford them.
Hi guys, this is Ugly Sam, and Drew here found this egg in a pot of soil. It's kind of old, so we're gonna open it up and see if it smells or what it looks like. Let's go. It's kind of hard. Whoa! Wow, you did a great job at that. That's kind of gooey. You notice? I don't really know what this was, but it's definitely a gooey. If you notice, you see the substance, yeah. I mean, it's got some blood there apparently, and yeah, I'm not quite sure what this is, but
How old do you think it is?
I don't know. The fact that it's still yellow is kind of surprising to me, but it could be a couple months maybe. I don't know. But
Definitely was not fertile.
nope, it was hard as a rock when you cut through it. So yeah, guys, this is Ugly Sam, and this is Drew's random egg he found.
This is a green iguana. About 20 plus years ago, these things started coming into Florida. People say they got loose in a pet trade, but there is proof now that these things have been here for more than 50 years and they're just trying to spread. You can see these all over. Now, that's a little baby, cute little booger. Get these things wild now in Florida. Vegetable eaters. Everybody knows iguana. It used to be the biggest thing in the reptile business. It was the first pet everybody had was a green iguana, but what happened was, this happened. I'll show you all what happened. They get this big. Oh, but that's not all. That's only after about a year and a half. And then after about 2.5, 3 years, they get this big. And let me tell you what, people found out the hard way after having these things in captivity a little while. They bite hard. But they're a cool animal when you work with them, as long as you remember that you're dealing with a wild animal. Just fell on me. The cricket. Where's that big now?
This one's down here at the end. Right here.
Dude, he is demonic, so he'll jump at you.
He will?
Yeah.
Man, I'll kick his butt. Are you kidding me? Come on, buddy. I just got bit. Look at it. He's already looking at me. Whoa! Yeah. He just ripped down everything. Don't go crazy, brother. We'll get him. Don't let him bite you. We'll get him.
Nah, he's wedged.
Huh?
He's wedged right now.
Hey,
Check out that beetle.
that's pretty cool. You know what that is?
That's how I do when I was singing the water.
You know what that is in there? You know what beetle that is? That's a superworm beetle.
Stink beetle.
Stink beetle.
When I was changing the water, I was afraid he was just about to jump out. Is that what he did?
Yeah, man, he jumped out.
He just launched out, or you picked him up?
He launched there.
Stink bug.
That's what's called a superworm beetle or a stink bug. If you guys ever bought superworms in a store and you take one superworm and you put it in a little deli cup for a little while, in a couple of weeks they turn into this. They metamorphose literally into this. And if you do like this, shake them up and smell them, it smells like baby powder. It's not that bad at all. Some people hate the smell of them. But the problem is when they're this phase, nothing will eat them. They take a sniff of them and they don't eat them at all. So all the folks, they get these iguanas, right? And they think, oh, this is a great pet. And all of a sudden, 5-6 years down the road, this is what they wind up with. And you realize that they can whip your tail and break your skin. Or worse than that, they can bite you and rip a hole in your flesh. You get some stitches from these things. Now they say snitches get stitches and wind up in ditches. We just let you loose with an iguana.
Iguanas will drop you in canals, though.
Canals, man. They drop you in canals in Florida. Tell them again.
Drop you in canals.
Drop in canals.
All day long.
All day. Hey. You're no longer ugly Sam. You're beautiful Sam from now on. You hear me?
Okay.
I said, did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Good. I love you.
Sam,
Yeah.
you're beautiful.
Thanks.
I hate you.
Oh, Sam, I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
I think you're beautiful. I think you're more beautiful than what I just dropped in the toilet.
Here at Underground Reptiles, we're implementing a new system. It's called getting the best out of your employees. Now, Mr. Sam here, I want to get the best out of him, but he doesn't like it when I call him Ugly Sam. So, I'm going to start calling him Beautiful Sam. And every time people see him, they're going to give him a kiss and a hug. Every single time. Now, I'm not going to give him a kiss and a hug, but we will refer to him as Beautiful Sam from now on. Therefore, getting the best out of our employees.
Thank you.
Some things you can get the best out of, some things you can't. This man, I will get the best out of. This chicken nugget, I will get nothing out of. Wendy's, you suck. I hate you. But, as you can see, he's doing a fine job of feeding our lizards here. And we greatly appreciate Beautiful Sam for all that he does for Underground Reptiles, don't we, Sam?
Yes, we do.
Sam's rocking a new mohawk today. You can
Yeah.
see that he did it himself. That's why it looks so crappy. I mean, beautiful. And he's got a nice beard going on. And he's geared up for war.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's got loose bullets on his wrist.
Got zombies. I love zombies.
He loves zombies, and we love Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Okay, these are also one of the first animals you see in Florida. My grandfather in this old house back then, going back 30, 40 years ago, goodness gracious, I'm old. They used to have these literally crawling up his window when Florida was still pretty wild and they were just cutting through it and putting houses anywhere. This is called the green tree frog. They have a few different phases of these things. Some of them even have the coolest gold flecks down their back. If you see the white line, that's a subspecies called the Cinerea. Some of them don't have that cool white line. You can catch these things literally by the millions. And now these things are actually also crossbreeding with another introduced species called a Cuban tree frog. And it's really interesting. They're a small animal. This is a really big one here. This one, that's a giant, man. That thing couldn't be an inch and a half, maybe tops, an inch and a half. Cool animal. Do great in captivity. Again, dirt cheap. And what's good about these things too, if you have a frog-eating snake or a frog-eating lizard, they love them. Now, did I just upset the green tree frog community everywhere in the world now?
Underground reptiles.
Look at, show them in there how they come in a different color, the color morph. Some of them are really light, some of them are dark lime, some of them have the white stripe all the way down the face, some of them don't. Cool animal.
Yeah, I do. I've got
Another one of the cooler animals that we have loose in South Florida here. Now, this is one of the northern phases, unfortunately. The southern phase is even better looking. This is what's called a green snake, a rough green snake. Now, the Florida ones that are from down south, they have a yellow belly. Unfortunately, we didn't have any in stock, but I did want to show you guys even what they look like. And what's cool about these things is these are one of the only snakes that'll actually eat crickets. Very, very rare where you find a snake that'll eat bugs. This is one of them that'll actually eat bugs. Cool animal. And the thing about them is they get about, the ones that are from down south, they get about 30, 35 inches. I've seen some of them this big. Still don't get any bigger around than your pinky. Cool animal, dog tame. Another interesting fact about these though is they are a hot weather animal. So when you're setting them up, if you set them up like you would set up a water snake or a garter snake, they die. You have to set them up in a taller environment that gives them a good 95 to 100 degree basking site. Where they come from is all pine scrub and sandy scrubs, so you want to set them up really, really hot. And what's cool when you're collecting these things, you guys that never ever go collecting, when they move by the hundreds. We've been out there in certain places where we go hunting that we don't reveal, and in the middle of the day, 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon rolls around and the temperature is spiking, it's burning. All of a sudden, something triggers them. It's the weirdest thing. Boom! Something triggers them. All of a sudden, they're all over the road. Literally have to run. Oh, we got another one. Oh, we got another one. Oh, we got another one. There's more up here, and then they're running. Pockets are running down there. Cool animal. Cool animal. Another one. Dirt cheap. Great pet. People who don't like mice eating snakes or fish eating snakes. The rough green snake. A South Florida native. I was just thinking here. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what's the best way to ruin people's day? Then I thought, let me read their stupid emails, their stupid comments on the stupid YouTubes. Anyway, I know why you're here. You're here because you want free crap. Booty Booty gives away free crap. All yous that make nice with me on the intranet. I know why you're doing it. You're not doing it because you really like me. You're doing it because I give away free crap. Don't think I don't know that. Well, anyway, since you're here, and since I turned my machine off, I might as well regale you with my wit and wisdom stuff. First question of the week comment winner that wins a free t-shirt from Underground's Reptiles. Brady Shope. Can't make this stuff up, folks. I converted an old gun cabinet into a chameleon cage. It's about 5 feet tall and I keep 3 chameleons in it. It's a stupid comment, but you converted a gun cabinet. Now, as you may know, I like guns. So Brady Shope, for converting a gun cabinet into anything, you have a free t-shirt. Congratulations. And you have the blessing of me saying your name on the internet. And when I'm a big star, people knock down my door for my autograph, you could brag someday to your grandchildren that Moody Booty mentioned your name. Next one, Alden Sharp. He said he turned his mom's closet into a tegu cage when she was at work. Said didn't go over too good. I know what you mean. I did the same thing to my boyfriend. Shh. She wasn't happy. Think the thing crapped on her clothes and her Irish wolfhound, something like that. I don't know. Alden Sharp, because you mentioned the word tegu in your comment, you win a free crap. A t-shirt. Free. You must pay the shipping. By the way, on the subject of t-shirts, many of yous ask me where this t-shirt comes from. This is what's called an Uswear t-shirt. You can buy one online at uswear.com because it's a great shirt of somebody getting hurt. That's always good when people get hurt. It makes it funny. Or you can call us and we could sell you one for 15 simoleons. Uswear. Next, Christina Van Werkhoven says that her dad and her converted the bottom side of a treehouse into a Redfoot tortoise cage and a chicken cage. Chickens and Redfoot's tortoises, they're my personal favorites. Anyway, she goes on and on about birds and stuff, but I know Christine Van Koven. She thinks she's a wise guy. She says that she knows who Moody Booty is because of the Moody Booty shirt. And all, there's a bug on me. Yeah, he's dead now. Tell your actor to stop wearing the Moody Booty shirt. This is not a Moody Booty shirt, Christina. This is a Uswear t-shirt. Get a life and buy one. You don't know anything. You just think you do. No matter how cute you are. I'd pinch your little cheek if you were here. I'd just go like that. Well, tell your family I said hello and I miss them. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy your free crap. Now get out of here. I'm busy or something. That's 20 minutes underground. My kids like knives and guns.
I don't like guns because I don't like shooting.
You don't?
I don't like shooting deer.
Not yet. You will when we get older. You're still too young.
I'm still not gonna do that.
Can I have my machete back?
Machete. And I am Aiden.
All right, give me the machete. Stop that.
Ow.
That's 20 minutes underground. Thanks for joining us. Hope you guys had a good show. Think about some of the local stuff you got in your area. We'd love to see pictures of it. Thanks for all the comments for last week's question of the week. It seems every week all of a sudden now you guys are really pouring on the memories for me. This week's question of the week, a little bit of an odd one. Plays right into the hands of the haters, of course. All you 15 and 16-year-old boys out there who think they know how to handle tegus and snakes better than we do because you watched a YouTube video or whatever reason you got in your brain writing your hate mail.
Dad, what is
That's a carjack.
carjack?
Not getting carjacked, that's a carjack. Leave it alone, please.
Yummy.
What is the strangest way? Don't you throw that over there. Get that back in here. Put that down. You throw that over the side. Scratch the crap out of my truck, you. I'll use this for a pawpaw spoon.
This is cane. This is cane.
One time when my daughter Ashlyn was like 5 years old, she took a baby Euromastics and she shoved it in one of those games. You know where you press the button and the thing pops open and says, the giraffe says, the cow says,
Jack in the box?
it's not like a jack in the box. It's a weird thing. You press the button and a little door flaps open. You all know what I mean if you have kids. Well, Ashton, she just loved animals so much, but she thought it'd be fun to stick one of those things in there, and she pressed the button, and she stuck it in there a little too hard, I think, because when she pressed the button, the thing popped open, and the Euromastics came out, and his guts came out with it. It was horrible. It was horrible. But it was one of those funny ways that some of our animals do meet their ends. We want to know some of your funniest ways that your animals. Don't make me. I'm just kidding. Don't be a hater. Please be nice to each other. Please.
Okay.
Thank you. Don't tie each other up with chain either. Promise?
I have this.
Don't hit your sister with it, okay?
What? This is Iron James and this I'm Can I please
So what's the funniest way or saddest way
okay.
one of your beloved
I need
pets
that.
met its demise? Keep it funny. We don't want no major tragedies, just funny stuff. We all have those stories. Let's not make believe they don't exist. Thanks for watching.
Okay.
And remember, the winner, the funniest ways, the cutest ways, you guys get some free crap. And as we know, is free crap good?
Okay. No.
Yeah, free crap is good. She doesn't know. Free crap is good. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. Wuss.